Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and we are here to talk about Seeking Sister Wives, Season 6, Episode 3. Freaky stuff is going on. Plus, we have some bonus tea. Are y'all ready to get into this? Let's do it.
A sweet old auntie. Thank you, subscribers, to my nieces and nephews, and all of y'all who have been here through the long haul. Shall we get into it? Oh, yes, we shall. It's time for Auntie Advice. It's time for Auntie Advice. Oh, yeah. It's time for Auntie Advice.
So, welcome back, everybody. Welcome. So, we are here for our review. If this is your first time being here, I am Auntie. And go ahead on and hit that subscribe button, okay? So that when I go live, you go live with me. As you all can see, I have on my heated blanket. I am just coming back from the gym, and it is a rainy, cold, blistering night in the DMV area, and I am like cold. So I had to go and get my heated blanket. If anybody want to know the deets on this blanket, let me know down in the comment section, and I will let you all know. And then I'll put a link in a tag for the product in this video, because honey, let me tell you, I went out and got heated blankets. I buy them almost every year for different rooms in the house. This is the one that I usually use downstairs, but I was downstairs and I brought it up here with me. But they are not created equal, honey. I have tried the Cuddle Dud from Kohl's. I've tried Black and Decker. I've tried so many different ones, and this particular one, that is from, oh my goodness, what, Sunbeam. They are the best heated blankets. So, like I said, I just came back from the gym. And I was like, okay, let me wrap up. But anyway, y'all, without further ado, let me get into this review. So in this review, we saw a whole bunch of stuff. I have this particular couple up right now. We have Matt and Angelica and Chené. And I want to call her Chené so bad, but her name is not Chené. Chené is, yes, it is the best. Chené is the one that has the glasses on with the flower color shirt. So as we all know, all three of them were at a restaurant having dinner, and Chené is not happy with this old raggedy man, and I was like, he's so unattractive on so many levels. And it's just amazing, to me sometimes how desperate women can be, because there's like nothing attractive about this guy to me. But I guess, everybody has, what they like. He just isn't absolutely what I like. So anyway, Shanae has been, discussing the fact that, she doesn't feel like she's getting enough attention from Matt, and not really getting the support that she needs to be getting from and Angelica as well. And so they plan on going back to a hotel because she lives quite a ways from them. And so when they get back to the hotel, they're walking down the hallway, and Matt is basically saying, we about to, she's like, we're going to have this discussion. And he like, yeah, we're going to have a discussion, but we're going to have it with our clothes off. And she was like, no, we're not going to have it with our clothes off. We're going to seriously have a serious conversation. So, of course, they get in the room. she's playing hard to get, and then she tells him that she's just not getting what she needs to get out of this relationship as far as his time and stuff like that. He passes a lot of the stuff on to his wife, and the business of the kids and all of that kind of crap. And of course, we all know it's some bull. Okay, we all know it's some bull. He is not ready to be serious in this relationship. He sits there and asks her after she's already told him, "What do you need from me?" She said, "I need time. And I need you to give me, more, I don't know, just basically time." And I'm sitting up there saying, so if she's already have told him, you're not spending enough time, and when we do spend time, you want to be laying in the bed, then why turn around and ask her again, what is it that you need from me? He is unwilling to give her what it is that he needs. And I think that she's just a little piece on the side, because every time that they have had a conversation, it has always been about the two of them being in bed with one another. And I just think it's absolutely disgusting that even when they were at the restaurant, the wife knew, she was going, I don't know what's wrong with people that get in relationships like this. Like, I never can understand it. I think that, um, they think that it's okay, especially Garrison and them, and we're gonna get to them. But I'm just like, how do they cloak this stuff under religion? Because that man is committing adultery, in my opinion. The men are committing adultery and fornication. You sleeping with someone. At the end of the day, she says that she's not going to sleep with him. He said, well, we got the hotel. We can get the hotel for the whole night. And she says, no, but I want you to give me a massage. Like, this is just going around in a circle. I think that, this couple is not authentic. I don't know. But it just seems like they just wanted some airtime, in my opinion. Y'all let me know downtown in the chat what y'all think about these couples. The next couple that I want to talk about is a Garrison and Lorena and Danielle. They have finally got somebody to come to the house with them. Of course, she is from Brazil. When she arrived to their home, they had the brother and all of them, at the house. And of course, the parents live with them. And it is Danielle's birthday. Now, Danielle keeps bringing up Roberta. Have y'all noticed that? She keeps stumbling on the name Roberta and all of that, right? She said that, a couple of years ago, Garrison had proposed to Roberta, right? And Roberta took, according to them, right? It's only one side to the story. She took the money and ran. And so, they have Lorena there. She is, happy to be here in America. The two of them decided that they're going to go and stay in the sister suite. So the sister suite is a room that the two of them sleep in together, and then he gets the opportunity to pick who he's going to be with. Danielle believed that he should have his own little space, that he is the king of the castle, basically. Okay. And so it is now trip out. It's Lorena's first day here in America. So, of course, Garrison wanted to be with her. But because it is Danielle's birthday, she says she got the opportunity to sleep with him. I was like, what the hell? She's crying. She's doing all this mess. The family is singing happy birthday. And they had the audacity in the birthday song to bring up Jesus. I didn't even listen to it because I was like, what they're doing is so far away from being from the Christianity that I know. Now, maybe there's another version that I don't know that reigns over poly relationships, but this man is committing adultery against his wife. And then he is fornicating or causing Lorena to fornicate because she's having sex with a man who she is not married to. She's unmarried. But they are having praying and singing songs with Jesus in it. And I'm just like, isn't it? That's confused about what is going on and how this applies to Christian beliefs. It's got to be me. Now, as y'all already know, there are rumors out there and pictures that this child is pregnant. Let me see if I can find it real quick for y'all. This child is pregnant. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find a pic of her. Because they got it all up and down, writing that she is pregnant. See if I can find the picture. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Why is it? Let me see if I can find it, y'all. Hold on. Did I see it on Reddit? I think I saw it on Reddit. Why isn't it pulling it up? Hold on, y'all. Let's see if we can find a picture. Here's the photo. This is somebody called Fraggle Rock. Hold on, y'all. No, this is who she is. This is Garrick standing with her, and it looks like Lorena. And according to somebody called Fraggle of the Rock, she is pregnant with Garrick's baby. Allegedly. Supposedly. A mess. A hot mess express. Daniel sleeps with him, and now he is excited to have his night with Lorena. Now that he's gotten Danielle's birthday celebration child out the way. The next couple that I want to talk about is Yzel and Danny. Yzel and Danny, of course, Yzel had went out before y'all. If y'all remember in my other reviews, make sure you look at them. They had went out and, he had went out earlier and was seeking a polygamous relationship with a woman that he knew. He did not consult Danny about it, and she was upset, and it almost destroyed their marriage. Now the two of them have decided that they're going to go back and do the same thing all over again. He is having a conversation, but she's going to be brought to the table. She's going to be the one who is going to be helping him make a decision about who he is going to be with. The two of them are talking, and a baby comes up. She indicates that she would rather have a woman who got kids than to get a woman in a relationship who is fertile because she doesn't want to have any more children. Her desire was for her to have a girl and she didn't. So she is afraid to have she is putting her foot down and telling him we will absolutely not have a woman who is in childbearing years and you cannot have a baby with her, point blank, period. He said, well, isn't that unfair? She said, that's where I'm at it. That's where I am. And if you want to be in a polygamous relationship and you want to bring another woman into our bedroom, then what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna get her pregnant. How in the you gonna stop that? The moment you tell a conniving woman that basically wants your man that she can't have a baby, the first thing she gonna do is have a baby. You understand what I'm saying? The first thing she gonna do is make sure she get pregnant. She's sitting up there crying, emotional over it. He said, well, you know that's gonna slim our chances of finding somebody. It's gotta be me. It can't be them with the foolishness. The foolishness is me. The foolishness, the fool it's me. It ain't them. They fine. They perfectly normal. This is perfectly normal behavior. Phoenix Rising said, why is she allowing him to have sex with another woman without protection? Y'all, these people are crazy. Absolutely. Sugar 48 says she's going to have to be over 50. Okay. Ruby said her husband is definitely already cheating and just wants a reason to bring it out in the open. I agree with you on that, Ruth. Hey, Beverly. Their marriage will be truly tested. Absolutely. So he decides to bring his brother over, Joel, and have the conversation with Joel and tell Joel that they want to be in a polygamous relationship. And he like, what the ham sandwich is going on? They like to sit around and talk to people and play with people's intelligence. It's just a mess. Talking about playing with somebody's intelligence. Teresa has joined the crew. She says she been liking Nick for 14 years. But she was in a relationship of her own. And then she didn't know how to cross over the fence. Just go through the door, boo. You ain't got to climb. Just go through the door. So now she's in this relationship, and I do not know why April has her hair like this, looking like is it April that I'm talking about? Oh, Jesus Christ. Jenny got this dark hair hanging in the front of her, looking like a whole entire witch. Why? This daggone girl Teresa then infiltrated and she was jealous that Danielle was there. She gets into this family. She been liking Nick for 14 years, and Nick has repeatedly said he really feeling her like that. He's saying it in an undercut type of way. He won't looking at her that way. He said, I don't know if y'all know it or not, but I'm full of myself. and I think more highly of myself than I ought to. So my assumption is always that I'm sticking up my own butt and I'm ringing my own bell and tooting my own horn, and I think I'm all that. I got two women who are sitting around telling me how intelligent I am and how good of a man. What the? How good of a man? Hey, Kim, wouldn't it be easier to just let your man step out rather than another wife? I don't get it. Who is okay with sharing? Hey, boo. The thing about it is, he gonna sit up there and toot his own horn and say, "But when I meet other people, I'm not. I don't expect them to think the same thing about me." Like, what the? This is stupid. Teresa said that she had anticipated coming into the relationship and marrying Danielle. Danielle left because she said she won't go marry nobody. He's taking her out on a date. He come out with this little, like, looking like a funeral director suit on to go out on a date. All you had to do was put some jeans and a sweater on. The woman been knowing you for 14 years. But it just seemed like everybody in their little friend circle is who he deals with. Like, y'all, what in the... It must be something wrong with me. So he takes her out on a date. They're talking. He asks her, what can she do? What can he do for her? She's like, spend more time with me and all this. They get back to the house. Of course, they go in the pool. The pool is so nasty. Like, oh my God, just the very thought of getting in that pool that they say that they've used so much. Like, the pool is just like a cesspool that they get in to get ready to go in the boom boom room. He takes Teresa in the boom boom room. Teresa says that she wants to, bring somebody else in the family. Nick was like, wait a minute, hold up. You ain't even got up in this. You ain't even got up in here good, but her and her son is living in her and her kid. I think it's a son, are living in a house with them. Like, what in the is going on? But then Starcasm puts this article out. Let me share this with y'all. Y'all writing. Seeking sister wife knew Davis' wife Teresa was a prostitute. Says wives engaged sexually with one another. This was put out by Asa Hawks on October the 1. On TLC, we're supposed to say that the girls don't engage sexually with one another. That is just us. That is just us with Nick. That's actually completely false. We do engage. We do engage. What the Sam Sandwich bullshit is going on? Teresa was a prostitute for 17 years. Teresa appeared on the Rush Hour podcast in an episode that dropped just after she made her debut on Seeking Sister Wives. During the course of the hour-and-a-half episode, Teresa opens up about her past as well as her problems with producers wanting to silence her about it. Quote, if TLC wants to know my qualm about them, they should have let me talk about being a hooker. And I didn't say hooker, I said ex worker, Teresa continues. She goes on to say, you should have let me tell my story. You should have let me tell the world why I have so much trauma instead of just making me look like a fucking crazy lady. You know what I'm saying? This trauma comes from somewhere, and I like the world. I have a platform to tell the world that this is the issue, and you silence me? That's not cool. Teresa said that she turned tricks to make money to pursue her rap career. That pursuit took her all over the country, including Virginia, when she was arrested in 2014. Teresa asserts the arrest was for prostitution, but says her record lists a charge of residing in a bawdy house. Virginia court records confirmed that Teresa was charged with a misdemeanor count of residing in a bawdy place in July of 2014. She was found guilty and sentenced to 12 months with 11 months and 20 days suspended. They assumed that Teresa spent roughly 10 days in jail. Not long after her arrest, she returned back to Colorado and gave it up. When asked how long she was doing it, Teresa said that she was doing it for 17 years. The question was asked by the interviewers: do the Davises have wives have sex together with Nick? Oh, she said on TLC, we're supposed to say that the girls don't engage with one another, that it's just us with Nick. That's actually completely false. We do engage with one another. Same reason they wouldn't let me tell my story about being like a hoe, Teresa explains. They wanted a little bit more wholesome. And you know what I mean? She is out here spiriting the tea. Of course. Teresa goes on and say, you didn't have to cut it to make me look like a villain. Teresa says that the show editors says of the show editors. There's a clip that says, I want Nick all to myself. Let's get that straight. I said it's not like I want Nick all to myself. So they cut it and they make me look like a villain coming in trying to disrupt this happy family. And that's not what I'm trying to do. Here go a picture of Teresa and Nick back in 2014. Hold on. Let me share it on the screen. Whitney Hutton said, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Here's a picture of her and Nick in 2014. Teresa and Brady on Nick Davis. She said, there is a clip of me saying, I love the way Nick smells. I love his creamy body. She said, I did see that. And people are just having a heyday with that. Like they're just having a heyday. I hope it becomes a meme or something. Teresa then justifies why she said that bullshit in the last episode. She said, he is. That man uses so much lotion and so much oil. It's just like you just have to touch him and you're like cocoa butter and goodness. You know what I mean? It's just delicious. He's a creamy guy. Lord Jesus. Don't you know that black people been using cocoa butter? Don't you know that black people been using cocoa butter and Vaseline since the days gone by? Is that the first time you ever smelled Vaseline or cocoa butter on a black person? Like what? He ain't creamy. He just got cocoa butter on. It's slick. I, I, she said the praise for Nick didn't stop there. Teresa went on to say, Nick's a hell of a drug man. Like, I feel like he's a hell of a drug. And I don't mean like actually, I mean like just everybody is enamored with Nick. I mean, strangers, people at restaurants, like whether they know who he is or not, he just has it like that. Like he has this aura about him that attracts people to him, and I call bullshit on the play. Evidently, he living in a predominantly white area, and they just ain't used to seeing black people with cocoa butter on. Like, I don't understand this. I was wearing putting my mom and them was putting cocoa butter on me and baby oil, and that's why Diddy got into baby oil because we grew up on that stuff because our skin get ashy, especially when the summertime when we go to the pool. Who's enamored with Nick? She said he's incredibly intelligent. He be sounding like he talking in circles to me. He's very humble and the nucleus of the foundation. No, y'all built your life around this mother. She said we just want to take care of him. Because the more we take care of him, the more he take care of us. How, Sway? She said all the girls, since they've been with Nick, they have not been in a better position. Nick has changed their whole life. She said, and the world could be like he's a pimp and he's this. She says, but I'm telling you right now, I know men right now that are working and they're not working as much. And I wouldn't consider them. You know what I mean? Exactly. Ex- but y'all see who we got floating around him. He's a straight Bama. And it doesn't even make sense. He used a whole bunch of adjectives instead of just saying the dog went down the street. He's going to describe what the dog looked like and all of that old books, what the street like, whether the street has a. Oh my God, that's not intelligence. Now maybe he's suave to them, but I know you telling me a lie. They making a big deal because the man got on goddamn cocoa butter. I ain't never heard nothing like that before in my whole entire black life. They trying to make this man a nutty professor. What are we doing? Do we know where we're going to? Do we like the things that life is showing us? Do we need to do a little Diana Ross out this mother? This is a hot mess express. Did I get all of the couples so we can get the up out of here? There's so many things that I want to say. I probably need to say them in the membership because this right here, he playing games in these people's faces. In my humble opinion, he playing games in their faces, and he wouldn't play games in my face because he wear cocoa butter and he smell good. He's supposed to get up and wash his ice. He ain't doing nothing else. He don't work. He got these women taking care of him. Now, I did not see where it said that she was. Did I miss that part? Her. They said in between episodes, you can check out the full episode on the Rush Hour podcast with Teresa Bradley. So I will make sure that I leave this in there, that I will leave this article in the description box so y'all can click on and read the rest of this story and this rest of this book that she got going on. This is a mess. Kim said he has 0 to offer. How did he even get them in the first place? You know how he got them. Welcome, Brent. Welcome, sweetie. You know how he got them. How is she the villain already? We're only exactly, J Love. Yzel said it's a magic stick, and he smell like cocoa butter, and he creamy. If he don't put nothing on him, he gonna be ashy. How about that? Y'all, let me get out of here before I ended up going down another rabbit hole that I can't pull myself out of. I love y'all. Y'all stay tuned. Make sure you got your notification bells on because I am going to be coming live in about the next 10-15 minutes to talk about 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. Thank y'all so much for being here. And until we meet again, y'all be safe out there in them streets and in the water. Bye, y'all.